Yo, what's shaking, everybody? We're back. It's another edition of the Orangebloods Texas Football Channel on YouTube and all of our various platforms. Joining me now for the very first time, you may have heard his name. It's been whispered a little bit throughout the summer as everybody's been gearing up for the start of Texas football practice. He is a true freshman. He is out of California. This is a whole new thing for him, and it's his first time to join us on this NIL video. It's Xavier Worthy, University of Texas football player. Xavier, welcome, my man. How are you?
I'm good. Just getting through fall camp. It's new to me. All new to me.
This is all new. Yesterday was your first University of Texas football practice, like the real deal, and not just players working out. The easiest question I think to ask is simply, how did it go? Like, what does it feel like now that you're officially a college football player and you've done your first practice?
It's good. I see what they're talking about when they said it's not for everybody. It's a faster tempo. Like you just gotta be ready for it. Your body gotta be ready. You gotta take care of your body. It's a lot more you gotta do now for yourself.
This is the first time so we'll get to the practice in a second. This is like the first time I think a lot of University of Texas football fans have seen you, have heard your voice. You have an interesting story. If somebody's never met you before, this is the first time they're seeing you, what do they need to know about you? Like at the very beginning of an introduction to Xavier Worthy, what is it that we need to know?
I'm from a small town, Fresno, California. I was before committed to Michigan. And I ended up getting out my NLI and committing to Texas in April 27th, April 26th, one of those.
Is it as simple that Steve Sarkisian is the head coach at Texas? He had recruited you when he was at Alabama. Like, walk us through how you ended up being a Longhorn a little bit.
When I got out my NLI, I looked like coaches who I had a relationship with. And Sarkisian was a coach I had a really good relationship with. I talked to him, liked his offense, everything, the way he did, helped with the Bama receivers. So I just wanted to stick with him and go with him and build with him.
Since you've been on campus, I guess you arrived in June, correct?
No, May. Yeah, basically June, May 30th.
So you've been here for a couple of months now. What's it been like? Is this what you thought it was going to be like? Is it different in any way?
No, I feel like it fits me perfect. Like the people here, I feel like they just fit me like more than any other university I would have picked. So I liked my decision that I made coming to Texas.
I just moved myself, so I know what it's like to settle in, and I'm personally still not unpacked, and it's been like 3 months. What about you? Do you feel like you fully adjusted, or do you feel like every day is still a little new?
Yeah, every day is still a little new. I'm still learning new stuff, learning the city, stuff like that.
Anything that's your favorite? Like, if one of your boys from Fresno showed up and they'd never been to Austin, and now that you've been here for a couple of months, what's your favorite thing getting started that you would make sure you show them?
That's a little food spot. It's this little truck, this food truck. Oh my goodness. Fries, the chicken, fire. I'll take them there for sure.
What's your favorite? Austin loves to claim itself as a food city. Is there anything that you've fallen in love with on the food side right away?
No, I haven't really explored the city like that yet. Probably like during season, like after games and stuff, we probably explore, but like I haven't really explored yet.
Yeah. What about just in terms of, again, getting to know you a little bit? Because I think one of the things that this is really going to allow us to do is not just on the football side of things, but to get to know you as a human being and really personalize you. And we're going to follow you throughout your entire freshman year, not just the football season. It's funny because I hear when Northern California and Southern California talk about each other, they make it sound like they're from two opposite ends of the earth. So what's the most Fresno thing about you? Like, if your boys are watching this at home, how will they know that you're still the same guy? Is there anything that's unique that's to Fresno that you brought to Austin?
Nothing's given to you at all, so you got to earn everything you get. Fresno's like, nobody really looks at Fresno like that, so we got to do above and beyond to be seen, recruited like that. So basically just get it out the mud.
Tell me about yesterday's first practice. I know Sarkisian afterwards talked about it was hot. Believe it or not, it gets hotter. This place can be like the surface of the sun sometimes during the middle of the summer. Was there anything that stood out in day one? Any cramps, anything like that?
Oh yeah, everybody. We had at least like 30 people cramping. It was fast tempo. It was we got a lot of stuff done. It was just very hot. People's bodies just started giving up on cramping. So today should be good. We all hydrated different, so we should be good.
I know that in our first video that we did to Jordan Whittington, you called him Unc, and that kind of cracked me up because he's such a young guy. And DeMarvion Overshown last night was calling himself the old head. Have you found that there's a group of older guys that have kind of taken you under their wing and made sure that you feel comfortable?
Yeah, Jay was he plays the same position to me, so I just call him Unc because he took me under his wing. That was one of the guys that our receiver coach Coleman told to watch over me, so I'll just call him Unc because he's like, oh, ahead of me.
Anything from the first practice particularly stand out? Have you found a guy that, did you get matched up with anybody in one-on-ones or anything that you think will end up being kind of a regular occurrence? Like, walk me through it a little bit.
I went against Chris Adamora. He's a real good cover guy. He's always gonna be on your hip. And who else did I go against? And BJ Foster.
So as we talk to you throughout the week and we get to know you and you're settling in, give me an idea in a week from now what it sounds like. What do you hope to accomplish so that if we're talking, let's say a week from now after the first scrimmage, where do you hope to be? What do you hope it looks like for you versus, where you are right now?
I hope to be able to get all my stuff down and running fluently, just like not thinking about the plays, because right now I'm thinking about the plays too much, but like I got them, but like I'm just thinking about it too much. I want to be in a week now. I want to just shoot it, keep going through it.
So it's not second nature yet, but the hope is as soon as possible, that's the goal.
Yes, sir.
And just as far as big picture, how you have to have heard the buzz a little bit. People are excited about you. They want to see you play. We're sitting here doing an NIL video with you, and it's your freshman year. Are there any goals? What's a good freshman year for you?
I want to at least have 800 yards, 10 touchdowns.
800 yards, 10 touchdowns. Take that to the bank, huh?
Sir.
So I guess the last question would be, as you get ready to go to practice number 2 today, it's as simple as just get better little by little every day. Try to get a little bit more acclimated. Everything gets to be a little bit secondhand, and then everything else just kind of takes over from there.
Yes, sir.
All right. What's the last question I'll ask you today, and I'll let you go. Again, just as we're getting to know you a little bit, tell us something about Xavier Worthy. There's no way that any of us would know, but as we get to know you, we'll learn your music, we'll learn what you're into. Give us a little something that's all yours that over time we'll even learn more about.
I'm like to explain myself like to the complete full, I'm like a silent, but like I let my actions talk. Like I'm just like a silent guy. I just let my actions talk for me. Like when you first meet me, like I'm not really a talkative person. I'm like when I get to know you, I'll start talking more. But like when you first meet me, I'm not a talkative guy.
Well, Xavier, we just met and you talked pretty good for the first time meeting me. So hopefully this will get easier. Hopefully this will be fun. And I'm going to let you get away, break out of here. Everybody follow Xavier on Twitter. You can see his Twitter information and all the social media stuff here. We'll be getting sponsors in the future. Go do your thing, young man. We appreciate the time. You have a good rest of the day.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Thanks, man. We'll talk to you soon.